Good Wednesday afternoon, people. It's a great new afternoon on this video. I have two videos going, Facebook and YouTube, at the same time. Pretty crazy, huh? Yeah. So I see two of me right there and right there. I see two of me, boop and boop. So what we're going to start talking about is about the holiday coming up, which is Halloween. With this holiday, it's connected to fall. The season of fall is when this is. And what we're going to talk about more and more is learning that there is some type of pressure that really reaches a lot more related to what you guys want to do in their future. Like next year, my plans, possibility if I can get a job, part-time job, taking classes first at TC, and possibly doing a part-time job over at the Green Bay Botanical Gardens, depending on what I can do with my life. So pretty much today we are going to talk about plant parts. What plants are related? So I got some index cards right here. See? Index cards. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a plant out of our imagination, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to learn about the plant parts and what the plants do in their lives compared to us. And did you know that a lot of trees in nature all can communicate underground or in the soil? Because what they do is if there's a tree here and there's a tree down here, those roots connect, twine together, and it's a way for them to communicate with each other, which is awesome. I'm telling you that already. It is awesome to know that there is some way that you can learn plants, grow with plants, germinate with plants. It is a way to communicate in each direction you want to go. If you want to work at a hospital, fine. If you want to work at a fast food restaurant, fine. In an office, fine. Spring, summer, fall, winter are for different reasons. So, relates to what we're talking about here is we're relating to what we call communication. Communication relates to most, or could be just a very little bit, which today we are going to talk more on that throughout the time being here, okay? So what we're usually going to talk about are plant parts. So if you guys have index cards at home, get them out, or a piece of paper, or whatever you want to write with. Feel free. Because we're just about to get started. Okay. So, relates to what we're talking about here. Relates to nature. At this time of year, it's difficult. It's difficult for plants and us. We are the humans, right? We relate to what plant parts are. So I got some paperwork right here that talks about plant parts. And that is what we're going to talk about today, is about plant parts. Learning about plants. Getting to know what plants are and what they contain into what we do every single day when we walk out that door of our home. We have trees, we have bushes, we have stuff. We have gravity. Gravity is a way of what? What is gravity? What does gravity do for us? What does gravity do for us? What does gravity do for us? Well, we're going to go join ourselves over at the board here. Alright. I think it sounds like a good plan to me. So we're going to go over here to the big board. And we're going to talk about gravity, what relates to gravity in other parts of the plant. Alright, so what we're going to start off with here is the word gravity. Gravity, right? We are going to talk about gravity. What does gravity do? Gravity. Gravity. Gravity means what? What does gravity do in our lives? Gravity. Gravity is, if I drop this marker, it goes down, not up. Right? Pulls things down. Gravity pulls things down. Gravity pulls things down. Like I dropped my marker and it went down. It didn't go up, it went down to the ground. Right? So that's gravity. Relates to gravity. Now our next part of this technique here, you all know what trees are out there, right? Well, if you look at the tree, relates to a forest type, right? A tree. There's 3 trees together in an area. There's trees in 3 different areas on the board. Here, here, and here. Well, underneath these silly big things are called roots, right? So if I put a tree out, so what happens is if you were to be like, okay, if you were to, like, say, for honestly, let's say, the tree got, oh, darn it. What did I do now? There it is. Well, honestly, I would say that you should watch that kind of things due to because underneath they're like communicate. This is like their brain down here. Brain communication. So the brain and communication are down here, under the ground. Compared to us, ours is up here, and theirs is down here. Well, if you put trees next to each other, or close to each other, they'll have a signal from tree to tree. So I'm going to put signal. Signal. So brain and communication equals signal. Meaning that each tree can talk to each other, be like, oh, today it's getting fall, so I'm going to change my leaf color. Oh, it's getting warm out, let's bloom. Oh, it's winter and it's melting snow, let's add the water into us. That's a way to communicate. That is their brain and communication signal to be able to do communication from one tree to the other due to how it's going to look. Well, each person will put a part of a tree on here, which I'm going to put up on here right now. I'm going to put roots because roots are at the bottom of a tree or a plant, but the roots belong this right here. These silly things at the bottom, the squiggly guys, are the roots. The bottom squiggly one stuff right here where I have it circled are the roots. This part right here, here, and here are the trunk. Are the trunks down below. When it kind of does that curve, like here's the ground, and it kind of comes out like this, right? This area right here is the trunk. Not meaning the back of your car or an elephant. It is totally different compared to that. Relates to that too, okay? So, and down here are the roots. Their communication box. I'm going to put it right here. So what they think is different compared to us. Like communication. Communication, their brain, way to think. So, communication, brain, ways to think of other things to do or say to the other trees. What else is there out there? What else is out there? Well, up here, you know these up here are branches. It's like the branches are kind of like a type of format that relates to branches, trunk, and roots are all three different type of opportunities to communicate, have a brain that works out of their brain, and the way to think is a good way to communicate. The roots are that all right there. The branches are the job to bring the energy into the world. So branches meaning they're out there, they're tall, they're super wide out. And then they know, oh, growth. Growth. What does growth mean for a tree? Well, if we're, say where you just came out of the mom's stomach, it's a baby, right? We're a baby. So we're like this. This is us. We're probably looking, actually, we're probably looking like this. We're probably looking like that. And then we have that. And then we have this. And then we have an adult. So it is different between us. No one saw that. Between us and the tree itself. So up here, the branches, the trunk, the roots. Communicate, brain, ways to think, and growth. It's like us. It's humans versus nature, is what I call it. I call it humans versus nature, meaning humans grow the same way trees grow, right? They come out of the seed, then they go to like this sort of thing, way of versions, with a few branches, you know. Comes out with a few branches on the bottom, and then it starts growing up as like a little child. And then it starts getting bigger. And I'm going to jump ahead and it'll get even bigger. It'll be full-sized. So it's kind of like daily lives. Like here, hold on. So humans versus, so it's human versus nature. Human versus nature is a way to know, right? Roots. Communicate. Communicate. Ways to think. And growth. So kind of what we're talking about is, I wrote down the notes I have up here on the board. So what we're going to do is the lifespan. Lifespan of humans versus trees. Okay? Lifespan of trees versus people, humans, us. 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 Hello?
Hello. Hi. Hi, Austin. Can you hear me?
So we're gonna do humans versus nature. Humans versus nature. Humans versus nature. What are we talking about, humans versus nature, huh? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Humans versus nature. Well, roots communicate, ways to think, and growth. That's us, too, right? We communicate, ways to think, and growth. Now we know, right? And they get nutrients. Wow! Never knew that. Did you? So nutrients. So humans get, what do we get for humans? Versus animals. Let's talk about animals too. So humans, nature, and animals. We're going to talk about all three of these. Humans communicate, right? Communicate. 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 We communicate. We can think. So ways to think. That's us, is it? Yeah, it's us. Wow. How did I know that? I didn't until now. Growth. Yes, there's a way for you to grow. Perfect. And yes, we do get nutrients. Boom. And now nature. The outdoors. The stuff you see outside that's green. Follows the nature schedule. Meaning, what do you think it means? Nature. What does nature mean, huh? So it's humans versus nature versus animals. We're going to learn what is different between us, nature, and the outdoor animals, or indoor animals, depending on how it's going to be, right? Up here. Communicate, ways to think, growth, and nutrients. Nature. Yeah. Temperature. Temperature. They have to pay attention to the temperature. Not their inside like we do. They have like the cold weather like now. And all that stuff out there. They are dying for the winter. That's why it's called fall. All the trees, leaves fall from the sky to the ground. So the temperature is what nature needs to look at to stay alive or protected, right? Nature, protected. Protected, meaning, oh, am I going to be protected out in this spot or not? Nutrients. Stuff that makes us live, too. What else nature does? What else can nature do? Versus animals versus plants. is our topic here. So we're going to talk about what is outside, out there that we like. Oxygen. Yes. O2. Oxygen. 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 What else is out there? What else is out there that people love? Leaf change. Leaves change. That's a way of nature. What else happens? How about daylight savings time? Daylight savings. What else do we have out here? Comes from the sky. You can barely see it sometimes. It's clear. And it comes down from the sky. What is it called? A lot of you guys know what it is called. It's wet. And it's clear. It's wet and it's clear. Rain. Rain is what it is. Rain. Rain. It helps our air to circulate. To circulate. To circulate. Now, animals. What do animals do in life? Huh? What do animals do in life? I want to know. Probably some hibernate. Hibernate, and some fly, right? Some animals may fly. What else? Around this time of year. Collect food. Collect lots of food. Store nuts. Probably store food, I'll put on there. An example of squirrels. What else do animals do in life? What else do animals do in life? Find their own food. Find food. But we make food, right? We make our own food. So that is different between animals and us. I've kind of taken all of them together and communicated to us. Have all three of these versus us. What is different between each other compared to us? Is round one. That's the key why I'm asking you guys. Is why is it so important to know, right? So we're going to put up here, I'm going to put humans. Humans. That was not good writing. Humans. Humans. Oh, I have a space in between. Gosh darn it. Now it's better. Humans. What I'm going to write is plants parts. Quick here, okay? So plant parts are very important to us, right? Plant parts. So there's roots in them, right? There's roots in the type of that, right? Roots. R-O-O-T-S. Roots. 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 What else is out there? Probably branches for the plant. It's probably something called branches. Branches. What does branches stand for? What do branches stand for? Branches. What do branches stand for? I want to know, what do branches stand for? What do you think? Give me a clue. Give me a clue what you think it is. Okay, so branches relate to what? The world. The world of a tree. Hold on. Again, a little bit here. A little bit. Well, I'm looking for what I need. So what do you see in a tree? What kinds of stuff do you see? What kinds of stuff? We are going to learn, and I want you to look in this book, this packet I gave you guys. I want you guys to look through it today and tell me what do you think. Like, I want you to, if you find, because this one is exploring how and why trees talk. I want you to look it up. I will put the website in both of these cameras right here, my phone and my tablet. I will put the website on so you guys can give it a whirl and try to learn how and why trees talk to each other. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys participate in this event, because tomorrow I might be back on, depending on the day. I might be on for a little bit, and then it's done. So be sure, if you have any questions, we got it right here. I will put the website below. And then you just have to type in exploring how and why trees talk to each other. Just type that in, and you can find more information about your world. Thank you all for having a great day. See you all again soon about plants. Thank you all. Bye.